on. It is February 4th, 107, episode 6. We have the long awaited champs, 2022 High Society, Mr. A. Dabble, A1, Nicholas, Marcus. What it do?
What it do?
Mr. Marcus, I appreciate you joining us today, man. I know it's been a very long time coming. I've been dipping and dodging you for the longest. Mr. Nick Marcus, Mr. AKA A Dabble Do, sir. Finished the season, dog, with a 10-4 record, bro. How do you feel, man?
We'll make it 12-4 if you count the playoffs.
Oh, we're counting the playoffs. I'm sorry, sir. 12-4, dog. You were just unstoppable, running through these dogs, bro. Running through these boys, man. Let's just go ahead and break through your season, bro, because it was very controversial, and a lot of people honestly felt, sir, that you did not belong.
Nah, no, I got questioned on my schedule. I got questioned on my points per game. I got questioned on my trades. I got questioned on a lot, but your boy just kept putting up dubs.
That you did, sir. That you motherfucking did. And let's start right here, bro. You started off the season pretty much 8-0, bro, if I'm not mistaken. Let's go to the schedule. Let's pull up Mr. A Dabble Do. Mr. A Dabble Do went 8 weeks, bro. Didn't see a fucking L till week 9, till Mr. John Sunnyvale Conkley, dog. And that was even a close game. It was 146.5 to 135.75, dog.
Yeah, and I think I made one questionable call in my lineup that really, I think I even could have won that game. I think I made a bad, it was either on my flex or on my defensive strategy. I made a bad call, and I think I even could have won that game there.
So your flex, you rolled with Juju, and your options of what you had on the bench were a $16 job, 16-point Jeff Wilson, 14-point Jeff Long.
Oh, that's what it was. It was Wilson, and I had a running back in that flaked for me.
Your fucking boy, the prodigal child, Alvin Kamara dropped a fucking whole 9 points for you, bro.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Trying to share my screen so we can go ahead and show the people what we were talking about. I like transparency and have everybody can see what's going on. Well, I pull that up, man. Aside from that, bro, you went and you lost 1, 2, 3. You went on a 4-game losing streak, bro, and they were all pretty much.
Bro. So after that streak.
After that streak, you pretty much didn't see a fucking tail light, dog, to the end, dog.
Tightened up the lineup, and from there on, the lineup was pretty much locked in with the exception of defensive strategy.
Yo, you nailed it this year in IDPs. Aside from my feel that your players hit, dog, like every week, man, your IDPs were fucking on fire. That boy Sneed, man, he put in work, dog. So definitely respect you getting
He's
that.
the only player that Sneed never left my lineup all year except for his bye week. That was the only time he came out of my lineup, and that was my only defensive player that stayed the same. I was actually talking to the other Jason, and I was waiting until after season to kind of talk about it, but I don't even know if anybody peeped it. I had the same strategy all year, and it worked. If a team was playing the Giants, I picked up a defensive lineman from them. Usually their weak side edge rusher, because our right side was so susceptible. They gave up a sack every week to somebody I picked up. Like, if you look at my D lineman, I had a different one almost every week, and they almost always got a sack. And it was usually whoever was playing the Giants.
Okay. That's pretty cool, man. I honestly am not that advanced where I started looking at shit like that, man. But definitely respect to you looking at it like that, man. That was a great fucking strategy, man.
Like, I picked up Quinnen Williams. He ended up going to Chris, ended up picking him up for the year. I picked up Rashawn Gary. Somebody else picked him up for the year. I had Josh Allen for the first 2 weeks. Somebody else picked him up after. I would like pick people for their like balling weeks against the Giants and someone weak, and then keep it moving.
Bro, so I mean, like, points against, man.
Yeah,
1,786 points, bro.
lucky schedule.
Points scored, 1,908. That puts you that puts you in the mix with everybody else, damn near pretty much, man. But there was a point where you were
It,
pretty up there low on the totem pole. But you went through these fucking games, bro, where you were just putting up buckets. And it's all that matters, bro, is the fucking
I
win.
won. I won when I needed to. I mean, fuck. Look at our game against each other, bro. Look at our score.
That was upsetting. I try not to.
But like that's coming off a week where I put up like 115 and then turn around and drop 190 when I need to.
A Dab will do 197, bro. 197.75, dog. Definitely your highest of the season. Your lowest of the season, I believe, was single digits. No, one.
I never broke under the hundreds.
Week 6 between you and Danny. Danny broke a fire 92.75. You had 101.1. 101.
So I mean that ain't horrible. My worst week is still over 100.
Here we go. Let's stop bullshitting and pull it up so that people can see. Can you see my screen?
See it, sir.
Okay. Let's go to the schedule. What week was it? We were saying it was week 6. 101 to 92. So I believe that was your lowest scoring was that 101.
So I mean, my worst week is still over 100. I'll take it.
Yeah, I mean, listen, when it mattered, you won. Especially look at the round 3, bro. You put a 175 against Chris, bro. Is that the game with the
That's my Mike Evans game. Wait, that's the championship or my regular game versus Chris?
No, that was the last 3, round 3. Box score, the last game of the season.
Oh yeah, that was my Mike Evans game.
Mike Evans.
But I mean, a lot more went into that than just Mike Evans. But obviously, but I think I mean, I was skeptical. I mean, you personally know, even the morning of, I wasn't completely sold on starting Mike Evans.
Like RJ actually lost.
I know.
Don't know if Chris told you. So RJ lost in the same league that we were discussing because he benched fucking Mike Evans.
Bro, if I was Chris and RJ played Mike Evans, I'd fucking drive to Tampa and break Mike Evans' kneecaps for making me take second in both leagues.
Bro, I definitely understand that, man. But no matter what, bro, I'm just a big, at least me, man, is always play your starters, bro. Like your stars. I mean,
bro, and I my big thing was I've had Evans since the day I came into your league, since the day we started playing keepers. I've had Evans for 4 years. I even dropped him this year to redraft him at a cheaper price just to keep him. Like that's been my ace boon. I had to get him that ring.
You got that man the fucking ring, bro. AJ Brown was another one that held you down.
That was a big one this offseason, you know. I forget who had him. I think it was Mike. I think Mike had him. I can't remember. Like,
Boyer. You got him from Boyer.
Okay. I can't bro, I was really like torn on that because I had Devontae and he's so cheap and young and he really wanted him and I didn't know if I wanted to take on the
cap.
Draft. Yeah, the cap of having Mike Evans and AJ Brown.
Yeah, Mr. Devontae Smith.
Oh, bro, I was like, I feel like if anybody was going to pull off this year there, it was going to be AJ, especially how excited he seemed when they traded. And it definitely, I mean, Devontae still pulled off, but I feel like AJ had a more consistent.
AJ held it the fuck down. I mean, like he was a reason. He was a difference between a regular and making the fucking winning the championship, though.
And don't get me wrong, like I had ballers like AJ and all them, but like I think I had a I think I had the most consistent. And that's what I think. Like if you look at Chris's roster, like head to head, us going in the championship, most of his guys are fucking number ones. But
I think that's what sucks, bro, is that like he went for these top tier guys, in which it was great, but them being towards the end of the year, they fucking
hey,
sat these guys or they didn't give him as much run. Bro, he got a combined 11, 12 points, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 points from fucking Cook and Barkley, bro. That's rough, dog. And he gave up, let's see what he gave up to get that, dog.
he gave up a lot. But that gives him a lot of room to be able to keep some of them too. I mean, Barkley's a lot.
I mean, giving up Brees Hall and Chris. I mean, Brees Hall, I feel like I have my reservations about, but still a $12.
I listen. Still think that's a great fucking trade for Chris.
Because Chris was definitely winning now, so I agree 110%. Like he definitely was in position to win.
And
I don't think that was bad.
He still has youth.
And now let's look at this Cook trade. He gave away. I mean, I feel like he kind of broke even with this Cook trade, getting fucking Pickens back. He got something, but he gave away a first round pick,
And
good linebacker, and Waddle. But I feel like Waddle and Pickens kind of wash each other out.
If he keeps Reek, Waddle's irrelevant in that trade. So like it was all good.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I just feel like he definitely played it well, but he double dipped with having the fucking Waddle and Tyreek Hill, because you seen Waddle kind of fizzled out towards the end.
Yep.
He's got Hill great price, in my opinion. Don't tell Chris I told you that. But definitely. But I mean, I would definitely would have gone balls out for him. How do you feel about your team? I mean, like, bro, in hindsight, let's go ahead and discuss this Alvin Kamara trade, bro.
And if I could redo it, I would probably still do it. But I would have taken it sooner before I got desperate and offered fucking Josh Jacobs into it. Like, bro, at one point, it was Kamara for fucking Ayuk and Edwards-Helaire. And I was all over it. And the next morning I woke up and fucking
I want Ayuk.
So fucking yeah, I mean originally it was that, but then I was big on Josh Jacobs come in and I traded for him this year. I thought he was going to be big and he had a couple weeks and I don't know why I did it. If I would have held on to him and gave up Ayuk and been able to have the combo of and I still had Jeff Wilson too. Like I may not have even needed to get my running backs would have been straight. I wouldn't have been stressing running backs at the end of the year.
Definitely not.
Although I am glad I got fucking Aaron Jones.
Aaron Jones, I believe, is still a good cheap price too, right?
Yeah, I mean,
59.
59. I mean, I ain't keeping Kamara. I'll let that out in the books right now. I ain't keeping Kamara at no fucking 75. Before the price raise. Man, I'm glad a lot of trades didn't work out. I offered literally my whole fucking roster for Barkley.
For a $79 Barkley?
Bro, I offered this championship belt basically for Barkley.
All right. How do you feel about your team looking into the offseason? I mean, I gotta imagine it was worth it for the belt, right?
100. I mean, I just need a strategy. I think I can keep a lot of my lineup, but I don't want to. I mean, I love you, bro, but I don't want to go the Andrew route. I don't want to try and keep my squad and keep as much as possible and roll it into next year. Because I mean, consistency isn't exactly sustainable in fantasy football, with your exception, like fucking Antonio Brown for 5 years. Like, you don't get too much carryover where the same players are that balling. Like, I don't see fucking Geno Smith balling out for me next year. Like, the fact that I was able to rock Geno as a top 5 quarterback all year for free.
Yeah, no doubt. No, I don't disagree, man. Like
I got
a lot of fucking holes, bro. Because I mean, like, dog, look, put it like this, man. Put it like this. Before the season started, John had a chance at your team, and he looked at your squad and he was like, "No, I'll go with that one over there." And he had dropped Barkley, maybe something else. He kind of did you a favor because Barkley was like dumb expensive, and like even if you contemplated on keeping him, I feel like it
Oh,
would
no,
have
I was
season.
dropping, so like it
Okay,
didn't even matter. I got it back. I remember telling you, I was like, oh, it was all good because I was dropping him anyways.
dropping him anyways. So like, bros, just think, man. The consensus around your team were that you were one of the weakest fucking ones, and that there was a guy that had your team for a brief moment, and he was like, "I'll take." I mean, like, I don't blame him. The prospects of fucking he had like
I don't blame him. Do you remember I asked you? I said, so do I get Astro Thunder, or and he keeps my team, or what's going on here?
I mean, like, so I mean, it worked out straight because you got your shit back, but like he looked at your squad, he said, "No, I'll go with that one," and like you ended up fucking taking that team and making it to the shit, bro. What was your strategy when you got your team back? Like, what did you fucking
I
what did
want.
you think?
Well, I needed to find who had future value that I can move now because nobody wanted to make trades with me. Like nobody, I had nobody. Like I had a couple people, and I had a lot of draft. I had a lot of draft capital. I did have a lot of drafts, so I wanted to use those picks. Um, I didn't really. I guess I hadn't paid a lot of attention to the draft going into this year, and I didn't see anybody like crazy that blew me away. Like, yeah, there was Garrett Wilson, but like aside of that, I really didn't know who I wanted to make a move on. So I was like, fuck it. I'll move all these picks and make whatever I moves I can now and bulk up and try and make some moves, try to put together the best lineup I can. And, I was able to go get Jacobs. I was able to go get AJ Brown. Who else did I pick up in the offseason? I was able to get up a couple strong pieces that made my bottom of the barrel lineup, a little more medium. And then I feel like I've always been great at the beginning of the year at finding sleepers out of free agency. I've always kind of found that like rando ass guy that just balls out for the year. So I knew if I could put a decent enough draft together, pull some good trades off, and find one or two of those sleepers. And then I mean, you can't predict the scheduling, and like I beat some great fucking teams, but
This
when I beat,
squad right
they
here, bro. This
they
was
put
just
up
there.
110 points. Like I just got good scheduling in the beginning, and then I just put together great fucking trades. I feel like I'm always throwing offers. Among you and Chris, probably more than anybody I trade with. I'm always down to make a move.
I definitely respect and like that a lot about you, man. You're always willing to negotiate for
Yeah,
sure.
bro. I forget who it was. Someone was like, I made like some crazy offer to somebody, and they were like, "Wow, your offer is great. Like, bro, you're in like championship mode. What the fuck are you like offering me a trade for right now?" I was like, "Because I'm always trying to like change my fucking lineup and advance it and get better. Like, yeah, these guys are doing great right now, but like." They're not going to hold it up all year. Look at their schedule, bro. Like, look at who they're playing. They have a great 5-game run. Like, take advantage of that run and then ship them off while they're hot.
No
And
fucking,
then
bro.
you got the other side of the fucking coin, fucking Danny, who's like, "Yo, love you to death, but you're 8-0, bro. You ain't getting nobody. My dick."
Fuck Danny. You hear me?
Fucking Mr. Jacksonville.
Oh man. So
Yeah.
where do you see your team going from here, bro?
What's up?
Where do you see your team going from here?
I mean, we're trying to stay at the top, bro. We're trying to repeat it. Has Andrew ever repeated, or has he just won it 3 times? Has anybody ever defended the belt?
I do not recall, and I want to say that nobody has won consecutive seasons, but here's how we can fact check this right now. Ella, let's go to league. We can go. Can you see my screen still, right?
Yeah, yeah.
History.
So this year, my little gif in the group chat was Thor all year. Next year, it's Conor McGregor because I'm going for fucking double fucking champ.
Have you decided on what you want for the group name to be? Like, it still keeps fucking with me to see Finn's.
I've been letting fins up rocket for a little bit. I mean, I
Hmm.
actually kind of forgot, but I need to come up with something.
You got a deadline, dog. You got until the Super Bowl. Put it like
So the
that.
Super Bowl,
You don't pick a
I
name. You don't pick a name by the Super Bowl. I'm going to do it for you, dog.
bet.
All right. So
Say,
20. You won. You won 2022. Andrew won 21.
yo, is there any way to fucking change this shit? It shows like I've never been in the fucking league, bro. Go look at John's team, or go look at my team, and it shows John was me last year at 6-10 or something like that when I got sixth place. Like it shows like I wasn't the owner of my team.
I know that we talked about it, and I don't know how I can do that. Let me see. You said it was this year, right?
Look at my team now and look at the history. None of them are me. But if you look at John's team history, it's me. It's weird as fuck. Something happened.
Yeah, I can't see it on here. Maybe I know what you're talking about because in
Yeah.
on the app on the phone it looks a lot. It looks different, and I can see you can see your standings and like it shows like a graph of where you were. Maybe I'm not finding it correctly, but draft
Well,
cap setting transaction counter. But I see what you're saying, but I don't know how to because I know what you were. I remember you telling me. I don't know how to do that, sir. I think that's something that, if anything, we have to reach out to ESPN and see what they can do. But
as
don't
for
worry.
next, well, pull my lineup back up if you can. Look at that though. Ooh. I think I was like second to last above Danny at the beginning of the year.
You went from 11th, bro.
Ooh, ooh.
11th to first.
Let go.
And you go from 12 to 6. I regressed
Yo,
up.
I never would have
Went up.
guessed in years that fucking all them Jaguars would have fucking popped off like that at the right time for him too. He thugged it out with them.
Danny still doubling down that he made that awesome decision of going with Trevor Lawrence that high up, bro. I mean, like I guess he's doing good, so I guess I really can't say nothing, but he passed up. I feel like he passed up on a lot of people that he could have drafted that year. Well, again, he definitely finished higher than me, so I can't say shit.
All right, pull my squad up right quick.
Let's see what we got here. Mr. Dab will do.
Dabble do. Dabble do.
Do you Mike C said to me, he's like, you're in the middle of the season. I think it was last year. I changed my name. He said that that's bad luck. Do you believe in that?
Yo, so I fucking kind of do.
Yeah.
It's funny, but I thugged it out and it worked. So I was real questionable. I think I was 8-0 at the time when I changed it, and I think I lost. Dead ass.
But like you still won I can't say that because you ended up winning your year.
Because I
So
rocked it out. I didn't change it back after that. I was like, you
I
know
did
what?
too. I went from one name to the next and I kept it at the second name. I didn't go back. I
Yep.
left it there.
I
Started
embraced
losing and I didn't
fuck
win shit.
it. But yeah, no, I was honestly, I was worried about what was my name? Like Sort of Pride. I was just like, eh. Oh, at the time too, I had no I'm not doing my wrestling camp anymore. So like that, or I'm not doing Florida Pride anymore. So I was like,
It was.
crap that. Dabble is doing hot. Dable is doing hot, but a Dabble do like it's good play on words, and like I am the dab guy in the group. I was like, fuck it, let's go. I'll take a chance.
You said Curve, you ain't the guy no more, bro. So Curve, you never was, never will be. Kidding.
All right, so I mean, let's look at QB. I gotta get a QB. I gotta get a QB. I'm not rocking Geno. I don't got faith in Geno. I mean, what's Geno's price though? Because he's definitely worth keeping if it's right.
It's gotta be like a couple dollars, bro.
Or did,
Whoosh. $12.
eh. So I mean, you can get QBs for the low too. So I mean, he may be a good stashable because if he can, if they hold him and if
I
they
think that
keep,
he'll be the starter next year. I don't even think that he'll be the starter next year, bro. Like I think he did admirably, but I think it was the fact that they don't know. I don't know if they were still owing Russ money, if they were just transitioning. They wanted to,
I mean, the whole plan was fucking Drew Lock, anyways, right?
yeah. See, so like the fact that they were even thinking about rolling with this guy, I just feel that like they were being cheap. They were semi trying to tank, and if they rocked it, that's pretty much the sky just turned up.
Yeah, yeah.
So I
My
feel
running back situation is looking all right. I I knew when I was drafting Edwards Hilaire, I was just drafting him strictly because the price. Like nobody was bidding on him, and I was like, you know what? I'll take him for fucking $12. I never in a million years expect him to pop off in the first couple weeks, but the second he did, like, bro, I don't even think I played him when he was balling out. Like, I think I had him on my bench on the weeks he didn't do, like the weeks he put up huge points. But I was like, I just don't fucking trust him. And everybody was like, what? Why are you moving him? Fuck, I don't fucking want him. He was strictly bait to trade. But I also thought Kamara was gonna fucking turn it around. I didn't expect him to fucking.
real, man. It's sad out there looking ugly. What do you think
And that
about
I really didn't want to get rid of Miles Sanders. I really didn't want to get rid of Miles. But I really didn't want to have that many fucking Eagles on my team.
people going to the Super Bowl?
Fuck them.
Hmm. That's right. Oh, I forgot you're a Giants fan. They're in your division.
And that was another big one this year. This was the first year I wanted to make sure I really had no Giants. I really want Giants so that like I could go into the weekend and not like, bro, because then I play with my heart and I set my lineup on my heart and I was able to go into each Sunday like completely free and be able to make unbiased decisions on my whole lineup.
You
With
feel
the
like
exception of my
except for Mike Evans. Yeah, but Mike Evans not in the team. Do you feel like that really honestly impedes when you making decisions, bro?
what's up?
You feel like that really stops you from making decisions? Having home.
I do having Giants on my team, yeah, because I'll play them just because I'm like, oh, I'm looking at reports all fucking week, like specifically on my like, bro, and then I make a stupid like decision based on my heart and not my brain, and then they fucking shit the bed when I know better. Like, I mean, still, I like offering the world for Saquon, bro. You know how much I offered for fucking Odell?
$5, bro. How
You
much
know how much I kicked myself in the ass for not just picking him up for the future at $5. I knew when he did it in the draft, I was like, fucking great move. He was on my team. I let him go.
you had him? Oh, that's right, you did. But you almost had him for more than
He
$5.
was like bucks, bro.
Dude, how much?
He was like $32.
Yeah, nah, bro. And he didn't play, so you're gonna hold that dead weight.
No, yeah. So I was like, fuck that. I didn't think anybody was gonna draft him, and then I was like, I need my dollars, and then
You think Cooper Kupp come back in balls?
yes,
Is there anybody
I
that
don't think he'll. I think he'll be a top 10.
is there anybody that you're looking to target next year?
Anybody I'm looking to target next year.
Is your
Well, I'm
shot
fucking.
at a trade to somebody, bro?
If I had to get anybody, like somebody I really want, I mean,
Yeah, 10
fucking
minutes.
Saquon, to be honest.
You're willing to pay that for Saquon?
Um, I'd pay 75 for him.
He is not 75, he's 79. So I'm working on here's a sneak peek to you Bucks.
To
Uh,
a new. Oh, I mean, if we're talking trades, that changes it up. If they're in the draft, I'll go at. But if someone I'm trying to trade for,
Here's your chance right now. So I'm saying you can shoot your shot at anybody that you see in the league. Is there anybody in particular that you are interested in? So let's
I
say
can't.
for this more or less, I'm gonna jazz it up for us, but like let's say, for example, that this is your team right here. We say Gino. Gino was how much did we say Gino was?
12.
Did we say he was 12? All right, whatever, 12. So let's say that he was 12. So now thanks to Mr. Boyer and a friend of his league, I'm kind of pretty much biting what he's got going on. So this right here, to make it nice and easy for everybody, is you put your 12 right here. Oop, hold on
An
a second.
automatic build. And there's a
Bomb.
formula and
Math for you. So don't stop worrying about G checking me. Stop doing about doing any of that shit. $5, $10. 79 we said Saquon was. So you're gonna pay 87. You willing to pay $87 for Saquon?
depends
You
on
think
what
that
happens with.
Yeah, okay. We got 8 minutes left. So let's stop talking fantasy and all that stuff. What do you think is gonna happen with Saquon, dog? So like do you think that they offer him a new contract? Do you think that he stays? I gotta imagine that they try to lowball him, right?
So they offered him 12 and a half on the bye week, and he came back and he declined it and came back and said he wants Christian McCaffrey at money at 16.
Okay.
But then at the end, but then in his exit interview at the end of the year, he said he's not interested in resetting the market and he wants to be a Giant for life. So I'm hoping that they can maybe meet middle at like 14.
Would you pay
Another big thing, Leonard Williams said he was willing to take a pay cut and re-sign. So if we can get him for like the vet minimum at damn near Pro Bowl caliber pass rusher, we could re-sign fucking Big Dex and Saquon and Daniel Jones. I honestly think we bring back all three. I'm hoping we bring back all four. Our safety Julian Love too. We got like four big guys that we got to make moves on, and that's the big thing. Cap. If anybody's to not come back, it's probably Saquon of the three or of the four.
Would you
So
pay
I mean, like
pay him what he's asking for?
16. If we had the cap, absolutely. I think he's the number 2 running back in the league.
Okay, yeah, I agree. I'm saying you want on the field healthy, I pay him 16.
I mean, I would still rather have Saquon over CMC just because I'm a Giant. But if this is, if you're giving me their stats right now pre-draft and I haven't had Saquon on my team ever before and I had to draft them both, I mean, bro, watch CMC's film. It's fucking disgusting. But Saquon's right fucking there. So I don't know. They're pretty equal to me. They're pretty equal. But I obviously lean Saquon because of my bias.
Fair enough.
Where's Christian? Where's McCaffrey's money? Fuck, I think if he tests the open market and he really did want the money, I think he could get 18 somewhere. I think he could reset the market and get more.
Somebody to pay. I don't know about resetting the market, but I think somebody to pay him the 16 he's asking. Somebody to pay him the 16 he's asking for. I just feel like he only did it 1 year, bro. This is what a second year of him actually like falling out.
Like I see him willing to take an incentivized deal at 14, meet in the middle, still be fucking extremely paid, be the second highest paid running back, fucking have a lot of incentives, a lot of bonus, make it fucking back heavy so you could extend him again. He's still young enough that he could get another contract. Maybe not a mega contract, but he's still young enough that he can get another contract.
How old is he?
And he's only 20.
Oh, shit. 20?
He's 26.
Oh, 26. Okay. Yeah, that's still young.
You sign him to a 4-year deal, 5-year deal, 30, 31. No, running backs don't really play much longer than that, but that's your fucking franchise running back. You can keep him a Giant for life. Question.
Yes, sir.
Is a franchise quarterback? Is Daniel Jones a franchise quarterback?
Fuck no. That's the first thing I was going to ask you is do you guys test the open market or do you re-sign him? I personally
Um,
don't think so. I mean, I'm glad that he did great, but I feel it's more of a your coach just being good, and him, Daniel Jones. Again, I hear what everybody says. They kind of shortchanged him, give him an opportunity, but I just certainly feel that he was
I wa-
not meant to be a fucking starting quarterback, and you guys can do so much better. Like the same situation with the Dolphins. Same situation with the Dolphins. Yeah, he did straight, but I feel with a better quarterback, put like a Justin Herbert or somebody else in there, or a Hurt, just somebody better than
All
him.
right. You think Justin Herbert? How do you think Justin Herbert would have done with the Giants this year?
I think you guys would have fucking
What
got a first round
weapons? His
bye.
one weapon is either Darius Slayton or Richie James. Richie James was brought on for a fucking 1 million special teams contract and was our number one receiver.
You know what, man? I guess this year would have kind of been of a wash because, like, I feel like my argument that I'm making I feel like, yeah, Herbert didn't really have helping with the Chargers, and I feel like they could have been better if they had Keenan Allen the whole season. Their guys healthy and Mike Williams. So, you know what? I guess I can't. I guess. See, like, but that's what sucks. I just
But
personally don't buy into his talent.
you put Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers under center at the Giants right now. Do they do as good as they did with Daniel Jones with Tom Brady?
Tom Brady's older, dog. Like, but you know what? No, 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 they don't. I hear what you're saying. You know what? Like, I guess I agree with your argument, but my thing is, I just personally do not believe that
I'm not.
he's good. But I hear what you're saying. I
I'm not. I'm not
can't
saying he's even a
that,
top
man.
10.
He didn't have
I,
enough
I
weapons outside of Saquon. He didn't have any weapons outside of Saquon.
I think he's better than Joe Flacco in his prime. I'm talking Joe Flacco first 5 years. Joe Flacco,
Like
Joe
Joe.
Flacco, who had the same numbers as fucking uh, Josh Allen. No, Josh Allen.
Curve knows that Joe Flacco was trash. Garbage. 2 minutes left, dog. Is there anything you want to say to the league?
Thank y'all boys for letting me come back. Mad love and respect, which is why I put my heart into my team this year, which is why I hope I had the results I did. But I put a lot of care into this team and in this league this year. I fuck with this league heavy. I respect all y'all. I appreciate all y'all. Most, half of y'all we went to school and we go back. Half of y'all I've never even seen y'all's faces or met, but we talk every fucking day for like 5 years straight. Like I don't talk to anybody more than I talk to y'all. Literally about everything. Fucking not even just football. This chat, I fuck with all y'all. This is dope as fuck. So Jason, I appreciate you too, bro, for putting this on do each year to do this. This
Yeah.
is dope as fuck. I appreciate this league and I wouldn't want to be a part of. I This is the only fantasy league I play in, and I won't join another one because I want to put my all into this one. I
Yeah,
fuck it. I fuck with.
nah, dog. Yo, I'm telling you, everybody that says it's so hard to manage more than one league, it's really not. When you guys are sitting on your fucking phone for 20 minutes scrolling through Facebook, tickety talks, and all that bullshit, it takes literally an extra 30 seconds to a minute to look to see if that same player is in your other league and set a quick lineup. So less than a
Yeah,
minute. Last thing you want to say real quick to the league, shout out any talk shit, anybody you want to shoot your shot at. Go ahead before this thing cuts off.
your boy is the king. I am the champ. I'm coming back for that double champ, and a dab will always do.
Dab will always do, sir. Dab will always do. You ain't winning shit no more. Letting me know right now. All right, doggy. Peace.
Good smoking and talking with you.
Yes, sir. Did this stop? And